Today I've brought you a powerful and emotional story. Welcome, friends. For a child, the greatest gift is not toys or riches, but the time and love of a parent. Yet this little girl's father, a wealthy CEO, was always buried in meetings, deals, and endless work. His life had made him stern and distant. But today, on his daughter's birthday, he wanted to see her smile again, a smile that had faded over time.
He arranged for a clown.
Thinking that laughter and colors might bring joy to her innocent heart, the little girl kept rushing to the window, hoping, waiting, and returning with disappointment. And then, the door opened. A woman dressed in bright, colorful clown clothes stepped in. The little girl's face lit up like sunshine. She ran into her arms, her laughter filling the room. But at that moment, the CEO froze. His breath caught. His heart pounded. This was no stranger. This was the woman who once filled his life with love. The woman fate had taken away from him. The child sat on the floor with her, coloring, laughing, completely lost in joy. The woman's eyes glowed with warmth as she guided the little girl's hands. And from the doorway, for the first time in years, the CEO's cold, rigid eyes softened. Memories flooded him, how she once supported his dreams, how she stood beside him in storms, and how everything fell apart. Yet here she was again, not as a business partner, not as a forgotten chapter, but as someone destiny had brought back. Through the laughter of a child, the atmosphere of the room shifted. The little girl's laughter echoed like music. The woman's gentle presence filled the air, and the father's silent tears carried a story of regret, love, and hope. In that moment, something began to heal. A broken heart, an innocent child, and a forgotten love woven together by fate. Like, subscribe, comment, share. My channel is Soul of Kindness. That's the name of my channel.
Welcome, friends. The little girl sat on the floor, happily coloring with the woman in clown clothes. Her laughter echoed through the house like music. The CEO stood at the doorway, watching silently but inside his heart. A storm was raging. The woman he had lost years, Ego, the one he thought he'd never see, again was now the reason behind his daughter's radiant smile. Memories came rushing back, the days when they dreamed together, when they supported each other, and the moment everything shattered. Suddenly, the little girl grabbed the clown's hand and said, "You're so sweet. Will you come again tomorrow?" The woman froze for a moment, her eyes glistening with unspoken tears. She gently caressed the girl's hair and whispered with a tender smile, "If you want me to, then I will." The CEO's chest tightened as he witnessed this. For the first time in years, his daughter looked truly happy. And for the first time in years, he wondered, maybe life was giving him a second chance. But would he have the courage to break his silence? Like, subscribe, comment, share, and आपका अपना channel Soul of Kindness. Welcome, friends. The evening grew quiet. The little girl had fallen asleep, but her tiny face still carried the glow of happiness. In the stillness of the house, only her soft breathing could be heard. The CEO sat in the lounge. Across from him was the woman, still dressed in her bright clown costume. But her eyes carried the same depth they once did years ago. For a while, silence filled the space between them, as if words had forgotten how to exist. Finally, the CEO spoke softly. "I never thought I'd see you again." Like this, the woman smiled faintly and replied, "Sometimes, life brings back the very things we thought were lost forever." Their eyes met. In that gaze, years of buried emotions began to surface. The walls around the CEO's heart started to crumble, and in that fragile silence, he realized perhaps fate was giving him a new path, a second chance. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and आपका अपना channel Soul of Kindness. Welcome, friends. In the stillness of the night, the CEO stood by the window, gazing at the dark sky. His heart echoed with the memories of the woman he once loved, memories he thought he had buried forever. On the sofa sat the woman, still in her clown costume, but her teary eyes revealed everything her lips could not say. Suddenly the CEO whispered, "Do you remember the days when we dreamed together, when we promised we'd always be there for each other?" The woman lowered her head, her lips trembling. "I remember, but life took everything away. You chose your world and you left me behind." Tears welled up in the CEO's eyes. That strong, unyielding man was breaking apart. With a trembling voice he confessed, "I made a mistake. But today, when I saw our daughter smile, I realized happiness isn't in power or wealth. It's in being with the ones we love. The woman looked at him. For a moment, time itself seemed to stop. Their eyes met, and years of silence melted away in that single glance. Just then, the little girl's sleepy voice broke the silence. Smiling in her dreams, she whispered, "Daddy, will this auntie come tomorrow too?" That innocent question pierced their hearts. The woman's tears rolled down her cheeks, and the walls around the CEO's heart crumbled completely. In that fragile moment, it felt as if life had truly given them another chance to rebuild, to heal, and to love again. Like, subscribe, comment, share. My channel is Soul of Kindness. That's the name of my channel. This scene was truly powerful.